thickness. Alright, so there's my collectors defined. Now before I mesh it, I'm going to come over here and try to put some controls on this. I know the high stress is going to be around the circle, right? Up here at this top edge and down here at this bottom edge. So I can do some biasing things if I wanted to. My whole purpose here is just to show you the process here. So I'm not going to, this is not how I would mesh it up. Close, but not how I can do it. Because I already know where the high stresses are, right? So I would like to control it a little bit better. I'm not sure if I could even bias. I don't know what it's going to do. Alright, so I've got that. So now I'm going to come over here. Do my 2D mesh. Triangular elements. I'm going to let it decide. I'm going to do a preview. And this is what it looks like, right? Well, typically we don't like stuff that looks like this, right? So a bunch of elements going to a common node, right? All right, so I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to do this is more than likely the culprit, so I can remesh. And now this is a little bit better, more what I'm looking for, right? I know my stresses are going to be high stresses here, high stresses here, so that's important. So I've got it the way I want it, more or less. I'm going to hit OK. All right, I just want to make sure it's exported to solver. I'm going to hit OK. All right, so there's my mesh. I have my mesh defined. Now I'm going to go ahead and come in here and go and work on our constraints. So these are not the constraints that you need. You have to understand when we did this part before, we had the hole in the center, right? So then it was real easy to cut it in quarters, right? We chopped it up, and then along this edge, we know this edge isn't going to displace. So there was along the center right here, it's not going to displace, right? And then down over here, or actually along the center and the horizontal, we know that's not going to move in the vertical direction, right? So all of these things, we've built it in there. But now, I don't have that available, right? It's not chopped up, it's not cut up. So the question is well, what do I do now? What can we do? We all know what we want to simulate, right? I'm going to have a thing, a plate, I'm going to pull on the ends, right? I want to figure out where the heck this circle needs to go, the cutout needs to go, such that my stress is a minimum. How do I model that? What are my constraints to model that? How do I control it so that that's what I get? What can I do? How do I define my constraints? So this is the